So have you guys heard Kat Von D has released a new formula of lipstick? So of course I had to film a tutorial featuring it. Hey everybody, as I mentioned in the intro, I filmed a tutorial using Kat Von D's newest Studded Kiss lipstick. This is the Cream Lips. The Studded Kiss lip line includes 40 shades. Look, I got a little pictorial for you. Literally 40 shades in every shade you can pretty much imagine, from whiteout mixer that you can mix with other shades to shades like Plan 9, Love, Poe, Slayer, like pretty much all of the favorites that came in the liquid lipstick, liquid to matte formula are here. They're all here, and the one that I tried today and the one I'm wearing today is Lovecraft. Now this shade, ooh, it was so much fun. It was described as a cream lipstick, but when you put it on, it kind of has more of a matte look, which I appreciate because I like a more matte look. But this was so opaque in one swipe. I'm going to do it quick on the hand. Like, look at that. Well, one. Opaque. But it has a cream feeling in that it's not going to tug on your lips, which I appreciated. So in honor of Kat Von D's newest, ooh, I got some on my chin. How do I manage? I don't know. So in honor of her new Studded Kiss lipsticks in the cream formula, I filmed a tutorial featuring a ton of her products, from foundation to highlight to contour to shadow. Pretty much any product that I had Kat Von D laying around, I combined it all for this tutorial, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm starting this tutorial with the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. Now this shade is a little bit lighter than my natural skin tone, and I'm doing that on purpose, and I'll explain later. Now I'm going to be applying this with my Moda Prismatic Face Perfecting Brush. This is the large oval brush. Now as you can see, this is a very, very light product on my skin, and I feel like when I'm doing a darker contour or I'm using a bronzer, I like to use a lighter base because it helps to even things out. If you use a darker foundation and then you start applying your contour that's a little bit deeper, or your bronzer that's a little bit deeper, it makes your face look too dark and then your face doesn't match your neck. So this is my little trick. I start with a foundation that's slightly lighter than my skin tone when I plan on doing a deeper contour or a bronze look. So as you see, I'm using my Face Perfecting brush all over the face to blend the foundation. Now for my eyes, I'm priming with the Kat Von D Lock-It Primer, and I'm using my finger to apply this to my lid. Now this is going to really help to amplify any shadow that I put on top of it, and it's really going to help the shadows to last a little bit longer. So you want to get it up to under the brow and even out to the outer V. Now I'm going to be using another Kat Von D product. This is the Saint and Sinner eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be using the shade Worship, using a fluffy yet still dense brush to sweep this across my crease. As you see, I'm doing short soft strokes and dragging it towards the inner corner of the eye. So you really want this to go fully across from outer V to inner corner, and you want to sweep it back and forth to blend it up towards the brow bone and also down towards the lid. So you want to have a definition of V to inner eye. To deepen the first shade, I'm going to be applying Exorcism, and I'm not going as high up as I initially did with the first shade. As you can see, I'm starting with the crease and I'm blending it towards the middle of the lid. So this is going to be an outer V. This is going to be an outer V lid crease, but only on the outer side. This is going to deepen the look and define it. I'm also going to be applying this to my lower lash line. Then I'm going to be applying Relic, which is a bright kind of sunshine gold shade, and I'm applying this from the inner corner of the eye. I'm not doing exactly a cut crease, but I am bringing it right, I'm not doing exactly a cut crease, but I like to call this like a mock cut crease, where I'm following underneath my crease, but it's not cut, it's not precise, it's just having that color that kind of highlights that. It's like having that shade that kind of highlights the inner corner of the eye. Now as you see, I'm also doing short soft strokes with this shade. This shade is quite pigmented and applied rather creamy, so you get a lot of pigmentation. As you see, I'm blending it out lightly with my finger just because it's such a thick, very pigmented shade. So I'm dragging this to the center of the lid, and I'm also applying this to the lower lash line. I want my lower lash line to mimic my upper lash line. Now I'm going to be applying my Nicole Guerrero. These are the Eylure lashes, and these are in the Design 143. For my brows, I'm using the IT Cosmetics brow powder, and I'm using a brush that I got from one of the Walgreens like Villain sets a while ago. I actually just like this brush when I'm just doing a powder because it's a little bit longer, a little bit broader, and it helps to really define my brows. I feel like when I'm using a powder, a thin brush just doesn't cut it. My brows are too bushy for that. So as you can see, I'm using the powder to kind of build the shape and fill in my brow with light soft strokes. This will give the appearance of like kind of like a defined yet still kind of fluffy brow. Now I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm applying the center shade with my Moda powder brush. Love this brush. I'm applying this right under my eye so that I don't have any creasing, and it helps to kind of diffuse any fallout that might have fallen. Now I'm going to be using a blush brush from the Omnia Royal Langnickel brushes. Now when I want to do a sharp contour, I will use the blush brush because I believe brushes are interchangeable, and as you can see instantly I get that sharp contour. Now I'm diffusing it slightly with the Moda powder brush to kind of blend it out a little bit. Now I'm using the Kat Von D Metal Crush. This is a fantastic highlight palette, and I'm taking my Moda fan brush, gently putting it in. I really want to load up this brush though because you know how much I love glowing. So then I'm going to build it up. As you see, I'm using soft motions that are like a fluttering back and forth. I'm starting with the high point of my cheek and bringing it back to right behind where my brow ends. This is called the orbital bone. So you want to, this is going towards the orbital bone, and you're going to be fluttering it back. This is going to be creating a base that will have the diffused look before I sweep back and forth right on top of the bone. So if you've ever wondered how people get like that super glow right on the top of their cheek and they still have that like nice diffusion, this is how you get it. Now I'm going to be applying the Kat Von D Lovecraft lipstick. This is a creamy lipstick that has a matte-ish look. I like that it's a good shade for every day, like if you're looking for, you know, even though Kat Von D is known for her more loud or wild shades, this is definitely a wearable shade for many different skin tones and many different looks. And I like that I'm able to like press my lips together and it doesn't crease, it doesn't feather, it doesn't bleed. It just applies really well, and it's quite pigmented. And she has her little embossing on the lipstick as well. So as you see, it was a little bit of a louder tutorial. Like I really went bold on the eyes and a little bit Robert Palmer on the cheeks. For those of you too young to understand that reference, I'm sorry. Here's a picture for reference. Yeah, Robert Palmer used to have a bunch of girls in his background, you know, and they were Robert Palmer girls, and they all had they had that short blush, so I got inspired by that for this look. I kind of went a little bit 80s. I didn't pull or hold back, but I didn't include like any harsh blush, you know, I didn't go that far. No, kept it a little bit, went to the deep end and then pulled it back a little bit, just a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you aren't already, please be sure to head over to Instagram. I'm at Recycled Stardust. I post makeup looks, product shots, looks of the day. I always put my makeup recipe underneath every photo of my makeup. This way you know exactly the products I use, how I use them, etc, etc. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching.